Hey everybody, good morning. Hey, I have some things that I want to talk about, and one of those things I have it written here is Donald Trump's Ohio County Chair. Okay, there's a lot that I want to say, but first of all, Miss Ohio County Chair said that racism did not start until President Obama got into office. And then she said, if black people haven't done anything in 50 years, it's their fault. First of all, I would not open my mouth and say what is somebody's fault if I have no clue of being a black person. You can't even really speak for the other white people, nonetheless speak for black people, something you have never been and never will be. You might have a point by saying racism started, racism started 8 years ago, when President Obama got into office. I would just say the part that I agree with you about is it started to show up more. Also, maybe it could be because technology is more accessible to everybody, and then you even have young people who really are into their technology, so they're able to do a lot more recording than we do as my age and above. So we're capturing a lot more activity that shows racism than we have in the past, because if it wasn't in the newspaper, we really didn't know about it. So anyway, that's addressing that part about why it's really showing up since President Obama been in office. Then it could be because maybe it's a form of rebellion. We may have a black president. Maybe some people are saying we have a black president, but so what? That's not stopping anything. Maybe that brought out the anger and the deep-rooted racism in some people that is beginning to show up even more. So you might have a point there, Miss Ohio County Chair, who recently resigned. Also, I'm kind of I won't say anything. I'm not happy about someone saying if you haven't done anything in the last 50 years, if you're black, it's your fault. It's their fault. Let me tell you about the last 50 years, and I'm not even 50 yet. But I can tell you in my years, let's say that might have been about 13 years ago. Oh no, my bad, 23 years ago. When I was taken from full-time to permanent part-time on a job that I really did enjoy, because the owner of the company, his wife came in, had been talking to me about 6 months over the telephone, and came in and found out that I was black. So she had a meeting with everybody except for me, and was very ticked off and let them know that she did not know that a black woman was at her front desk. Those were her words. And so because I was black, I was removed from full-time status to on call, part-time on call. So I don't think that anything that I did other than being born from two black parents that created a black woman, I think that's the only fault that I had in that situation. So when my status changed, I don't think that was my fault. Now, I will say that we have to take responsibility for the things that we do. We have to take responsibility, and that's everybody, that's any race. We have to take responsibility of the choices that we make, the opportunities that we miss, but we can't help about the opportunities that we don't have. Let me leave you with this, because I have some other things to address, but that would be in another video. Okay, now I can tell you that I know many people, and you know, they have had relatives or mothers and fathers who had a little retirement to leave or to build up on, like the 401ks and the 457s and whatever other retirement plans that they had from a job. How about the fact that cleaning house did not have a retirement plan? Yeah, my mother-in-law happened to clean house and drove kids around. So that didn't have a retirement plan, you know? There were no full-time benefits. Okay? And, you know, what about people who had the opportunity to work on jobs that very few or no black people had a chance to work on, like Bell Helicopter, you know, GD, LTV? Those are jobs around the Fort Worth, Dallas Metroplex area that I know about, and I'm sure there are other major companies upstate, you know, who, you know, this fits the same category. So what I'm saying is, the opportunities were not available. You couldn't walk in and get a job in certain places so that you could leave money or have a retirement set up for your children, because there was nothing to retire from other than housekeeping. So before someone speaks about what is a black person's fault, I beg of you to dig a little bit. You don't even have to go to the history book. You could just look around you. Better yet, maybe have a conversation with a black person. Maybe have a conversation with somebody like me who can't even tell you all the details of long ago, but I can tell you enough that will show you that you don't know what you're talking about. So whatever you want to say that has been our fault, where we are has been our fault. If it's been the last 50 years, don't go speak that anymore, please.